Today, we are digging into a deal that signals a huge shift for the Indian IT giant Wipro. Look, this isn't just about another big contract. This is about a complete reinvention. So let's break down how a billion-dollar bet on agriculture could completely redefine the future of tech services.
First things first, let's just absorb the scale of this thing. The headline number is over $1 billion. A figure that big? Well, that's not just a transaction, it's a massive statement. But what exactly is that statement saying?
So that billion-dollar figure, it represents a huge 8-year strategic partnership between Wipro and Olam Group, a global leader in the food and agriculture space. And we're not talking about simply managing some servers here. This is about fundamentally rewiring how a global food giant operates, from the ground up.
Okay, so that brings us to the really important question. Why? Why does a company the size of Wipro need to make such a bold pivot right now? What's going on in the wider IT world that makes a deal like this not just a cool opportunity, but an absolute necessity?
Well, the truth is, the traditional IT services model is getting hit from all sides. You've got global tech spending slowing down. At the exact same time, generative AI is starting to automate the very tasks that were once the bread and butter of the whole outsourcing industry. And when your main service becomes a commodity, your profit margins just get squeezed. To survive, you have to offer something that nobody else can.
And this, right here, is Wipro's big move. The solution? You pivot. You move away from the generic services and go all in on a super specialized, high-growth sector, agricultural technology. They're trying to master the entire farm-to-fork value chain. So what does farm-to-fork actually mean? Think of it as the entire journey of our food. It covers every single step, from planting the seeds in farming, through forecasting, trading, and logistics, all the way until it ends up on a consumer's plate. It is an incredibly complex and absolutely vital global system.
Wipro's mission here is to take its deep expertise in AI and data analytics and plug it into every single link in this chain. This isn't just about selling software, it's about a consulting-led approach to transform the whole system. The end goal is to use technology to make our global food supply chain smarter, faster, and way more resilient.
But come on, how do you just jump into a field this specialized? You can't just show up with some cool tech. You need that deep, on-the-ground knowledge. And that, my friends, is the most brilliant part of this whole deal, the engine that actually makes this pivot possible. Okay, let's break down the mechanics here. You see the big numbers, right? An 8-year term, over $1 billion in potential value. But the real masterstroke is hiding right here, under acquisition target. For $375 million in cash, Wipro isn't just getting a contract, it's buying Mindsprint, Olam's entire internal IT division, including its 3,200 specialized employees.
This acquisition is the genius move. In one fell swoop, Wipro absorbs a team with years and years of irreplaceable hands-on experience in the agribusiness. They get their hands on proprietary, battle-tested software platforms that are ready to go from day one. And, maybe most importantly, they secure a predictable, sticky revenue stream by becoming a totally inseparable part of Olam's operations.
And this just perfectly illustrates the shift in the entire business model. You know, the old way was all about generic outsourcing, focusing on cost, short-term projects, which made vendors super easy to replace. This new captive-to-vendor model is completely different. It's about buying specialization, focusing on unique IP, building these long-term partnerships, and becoming so integrated that you are basically indispensable.
So what does all of this mean for Wipro's future? How does this one deal create a brand new blueprint for growth for the entire company?
Well, for one, the market absolutely loved it. The day this was announced, Wipro's stock jumped by as much as 3.7%. Now, that's not just a small bump. That's a crystal clear signal that investors have confidence in this new, bold strategy, especially for a stock that had been lagging a bit. And you can hear this vision straight from the top. Wipro's CEO, Srini Pallia, he framed this deal not just as a contract, but as a critical step in building out their specialized farm-to-fork capabilities and scaling their AI platform, Wipro Intelligence, in a whole new industry. So let's just put it all together. In one strategic move, Wipro is tackling the biggest threats to its business. It locks in predictable revenue for years. It anchors itself in the incredibly resilient food and agriculture industry. It totally transforms its image from a replaceable vendor into an essential partner. And it gets its hands on unique technology that its competitors just can't easily copy. This deal really feels like a glimpse into the future of IT services. And it leaves us with one critical question. As the old advantage of simply being cheaper just fades away, is this the new playbook? Is buying deep, industry-specific expertise the real key to not just surviving but actually thriving in the age of AI?
If you found this breakdown valuable, do us a favor and hit that like button, share it with your network, and of course subscribe for more deep dives into the strategies that are shaping our world.
What do you think about Wipro's big pivot? Is it a genius move or a risky bet? Let us know in the comments below. We read all your feedback. Thanks so much for tuning in.